Now by phone, we're having some technical difficulties with his shot, is the mayor of East Palestine, Ohio, Trent Conaway. Trent, thank you very much for being here. I would hope to begin with you with where George just left off, and that's the railway, the railroad company, Norfolk Southern. Do you have any expectation that leaders from that railroad are actually going to show up in East Palestine and answer some questions?
I do think they'll show up. We have a couple meetings scheduled for next week. They've been working with us okay. We just want to make sure it continues to be that way. They have to take responsibility for what they did and make our town whole again.
So in order to do that, to make good, to make the town whole, take responsibility, what does the town need?
We need some answers. We need continued testing. Our residents need to be tested for the long term. We have to have their guarantee that they're going to provide, medical testing down the road, not just right now. I don't think we're going to see the true effects of this for a while.
They said they'd pay a $1,000 inconvenience fee to the residents of that town, of your town, also the small businesses. Is that enough?
No. I think that was just meant for. I'm hoping it was just meant for the displaced residents, to help cover some of the expenses they had during this ongoing tragedy. But that is surely not enough for some of these residents, especially the businesses. And we're in this for a long haul, I have a feeling.
Have you gotten a good answer about how this happened, why this train derailed?
No, ma'am, not as of yet. The NTSB has been working with us. Gathering a bunch of information, and in the report, hopefully we'll have a true answer of what actually happened. You hear rumors it was bearings or faulty detectors, but as of right now, we have no actually evidence what happened. So,
are you confident in the air and the water? I know a lot of residents are saying that their eyes are burning, their throats are burning. They're talking about unusual rashes. Can you say confidently that it is safe right now?
As far as the municipal drinking water, and only the municipal drinking water, yes. I am 100% confident it is safe. I trust the people, our own in-house technicians that take care of that water. And I know for a fact they wouldn't put me or my family's health or any of our residents in jeopardy. Yes, there is definitely contamination in the creeks and streams. There's definitely dead fish. There's definitely chemicals in those. And the private wells, people need to, definitely get them checked now and in the future. Like I said, I don't think we'll see the true effects for this for a while. But as of the air, there's definitely a smell in the air. It can sort of take your breath away at times if you're right next to the creek. As far as being out in the community, I think it depends all on where you're at. If you're by the scene where it happened, yes, there's definitely an odor. So.
Have you been assured that the groundwater is not going to be contaminated? I mean, you talk about the creeks and the local waterways clearly having issues. We saw just video right there of some dead fish and dead water life in those creeks. Have you been assured that that won't seep into the ground and affect crops, affect, sprinkler systems, the stuff that you end up using as time goes on? There's no data there for that. They are working on it. I know the United States EPA next week are going to start doing soil samples, and maybe as early as this weekend. The EPA is doing samples out by the actual train derailment to try to find, how deep this actually goes into the ground. I know they're doing that now. I saw that personally myself, but there's definitely a lot of answers we need. This is we're a strong community. We are at some areas are the lower income. We're a rural community, so people like to grow gardens, and we're very concerned about that. And before anybody plants anything, they definitely need to have the soil tested in their areas. Is my opinion. Has the federal government done enough to help you guys?
That's a tricky one. Yes, the federal EPA, as far as the air monitoring, they've been here since I don't want to say day one, but within the next day. But as of the higher in the federal government, no, I haven't seen much from them at all.
Well, when you say it's a tricky one to answer, just help me understand why it's so tricky. So the federal EPA has been here, but I guess it really isn't that tricky. But yes, the federal EPA has been here as far as helping with air monitoring. They're going to start with soil samples and stuff like that. But other than that, no, we have not seen any help from the federal government. So.
Do you want to see the president there? Do you want to see FEMA send money? I know FEMA said this is not really their purview. They mostly deal with natural disasters, buildings collapse, et cetera. And this isn't really in their wheelhouse. Is there something else that the federal government can provide that you want right now?
I think if the president came, it would actually it would be more harm than good. There's a lot of security details that need to be around him, and ambulances following him and stuff. And I think it would just be a burden on our residents, honestly. If he would like to come, I mean, I'm not going to stop him, but what we really need is. We need people who are going to come here and do something for us, help us out. And if they're not, then no, we don't need anybody around here.
And how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. I have a great support system at home, and everybody's been very supportive of me. This is an exhausting event, but I'm in it for the long haul with our residents. So I can't imagine what our residents are going through too. So we're here together.
You said that if you get near one of the creeks, you can definitely smell it in the air. Have you experienced any of that burning in your eyes, your throat, as some of the residents have experienced? Said they've experienced any unusual rashes, stuff like that?
No, me personally, I haven't. Me or nor my family have had any rashes or anything like that. I do live, on the higher elevation of town. That could be a reason. You can definitely, when it's a very pungent down by the creeks, and some of our residents are showing signs and symptoms, and that is very concerning to me. So we need to get to the bottom of it. The state and the HHS they're going to be coming in and setting up clinics and trying to get some help for the residents and see if we can get to the bottom of this.